This is one of the best teams that I have tried so far in Great League this rotation, and we're gonna have a ton of fun today with Gudra. This is the first time I'm using Gudra in Go Battle League, and especially with its legacy move being Thunder Punch. So back from its community day, I was pretty skeptic about its new move added to its move pool, but it ended up being just a solid choice for those flyers, and of course gonna give you a ton of other options like the water coverage, which is pretty great. You do not need to charge up to that power whip, and instead of that move we're gonna use Dracometer for today's content. Now with Typhlosion coming into the game, you already know how good that Pokemon can be on the closing part. We're gonna use it here as the blast burner to destroy down not only the shields but also their dreams. So here comes now blast burn for the obliteration for that knockout, immediate knockout over Clodsire. And now with only charge back remaining, I'm pretty comfortable with this one because Crunch can destroy us down, but at the same time we still have good around. As soon as they see my dragon type Pokemon, they back out, but stay tuned till the end because the nukes are definitely coming up. Into the next battle now with a very weird lead against Azumarill, and I'm saying weird because this Pokemon can always be super heavy for my backline, while Quagsire is gonna have a soft loss eventually. So obviously this is gonna be looking like a solid one for us because we'd rather to face Azumarill up in front with Quagsire rather than with our backline Pokemon, which is pretty scary. So now another Mud Bomb is imminent for that Azumarill, this time on the shield, and I decide to let that next move go through. They end up going for the Play Rough, which we can survive. IVs really matter, and now with the Mud Bomb we can take that final shield out of play. Now Typhlosion is ready to join the party, and I decide to spend the shield here even though I know the move is resisted because Shadow Typhlosion is pretty glassy. So now that we both have zero shields, they come into the battle with Lantern, and Bomba Snow joins the party. This is absolutely awesome for us now because we can survive the following: a Weather Ball, we can have access to Dracometer to destroy down a Bomba Snow, which is a Pokemon that we are really afraid of. Down they go, and now with Lantern being their only option at the back, we can only pray that this double blaster will knock out, and as it seems it will. But let's see together, trainers. Blast burn for the victory. Down goes Lantern almost on a full HP scale. This is absolutely insane damage from Shadow Typhlosion. Into the next battle as we meet up with a Bastiodon up in front, and now we have the perfect opportunity to destroy them down with a simple Incinerate farm down. Our Pokemon now is just gonna go down to those smackdowns, and I'm pretty sure it will, so I'm just gonna throw my Blast Burn and hope that we can have the upper hand with Quagsire. So at this point I'm just gonna go for the move. I'm expecting them to have a Shadow Victory Bell at the very end, to be fair, but instead of that they merge with a Tropius. This time another Razor Leafer. Of course we were expecting that move, and now with Gudra coming into the game, this is a pure proof that this team can work even up against Grasshopps. And if you ask me, well, this is a great opportunity for you to showcase your skills most of the times, even against the most toxic teams. So the battle is definitely not over yet because I get the feeling that we need a little bit of extra time to get to that Thunder Punch while they have already the energy lead. So let's see if we can be enough here with a Thunder Punch on the double to destroy down their shields and guarantee the knockout over Tropius. And yes, trainers, as it seems we can. So Gudra for the victory, and a very good battle. Yeah, that was a bad pun. Anyways, into the next battle where we grab a pretty decent lead against that Typhlosion, and now on the switch we are meeting up with a Shadow Quagsire of their own. I decide to switch out just to catch something like an Aqua Tail, but my opponent literally knows what they're doing because they have Mud Bomb, and over here a double Mud Bomb can absolutely do the trick. So I decide to go for the Overfarm, not gonna go for the Dracometer because they're reaching to another charge attack, and then go for the Thunder Punch. As as it seems my opponent will shield, and this is what I was expecting out of this one. So now with Quagsire returning into the game, I might have the perfect position because we can overcharge a little bit extra, go for the Mud Bomb to finish them off, and now the Stone Edge for that Gligar on Shadow mode. So much damage on that Pokemon, and I'm not gonna switch out. First I want to get that move on Quagsire and then switch out on my own Typhlosion. This way we can have the energy advantage over our opponent, and as it seems they also have a Typhlosion of their own returning into the game. So this is gonna be looking pretty good for us, able to completely farm down before they reach to another Thunder Punch. And speaking of Thunder Punch, we can absolutely obliterate them down. One for the shield, one for the knockout, Typhlosion for the victory. Let's get the trainers up against a ground type Pokemon. Into the next one now, everyone, with the Sandslash up in front. So Quagsire here is gonna have a great time, but on the switch we meet up with Feraligatr. Hopefully here we can have the upper hand with those Thunder Punches, but the Ice Beam can be kinda scary. They always need 7 of those Shadow Claws to get there, and my opponent also baits, which is a pretty great decision by their part, but at the same time they want to go unshielded on this one. So at this point I decide to take the move, as it seems Sandslash can use the Ice Punch to finish us off, and 2 Incinerates later we managed to completely destroy down that Pokemon. Now with only an Annihilate remaining at the very end, all we have to do is to reach to a couple of Thunder Punches to grab both of them shields out of play, and in the process I decide to spend a shield so that I can block whatever they throw and protect my Typhlosion just for another Thunder Punch. That way we can now switch out safely to our Quagsire and drop them to no HP with a simple Mud Bomb. So I guess that was a pretty good battle for our team. Into the next battle now with a Lickitung up in front. I really hate Lickitung when I have Quagsire or any Mud Boy because of Power Whip, but hopefully Typhlosion can help us a ton on the switch. Not only we bait out of there this Feraligatr, but also we can have the upper hand with our Shadow Typhlosion. This means now that the Thunder Punch is gonna come back to back on their end, and of course we can grab both of them shields out of play. At this point another one is ready to be unleashed, and Feraligatr is out of the game. Now with their own Typhlosion coming against our own, they can easily farm us down before we reach to that Thunder Punch. So that's how strong Shadow Incinerates can be from a single Typhlosion. At the very end they have a Lickitung, and they might be thinking that even though I have a shield they can have the upper hand, but yes again trainer, because we got the Dracometer coming up, and that move isn't joking around. So what I want to do here is to survive with a minimal amount of HP so that their own Typhlosion cannot farm a ton of energy, and in the process we manage to get farmed down by those leaks, which is also a big win for us. Now with Typhlosion being unshielded, just a simple charge attack can easily drop it to no HP, and that's another fantastic victory for us. Into the next one now with a Dragonair up in front, both Pokemon on Shadow mode, and we're just gonna keep going at it with our Mud Bomb straight ahead. That's a main aspect of our Quagsire, going for the Mud Bomb. We want to do some cheap damage so that Typhlosion can easily come in at some point and farm a ton of energy in the process. So you can see here that we also get the early shield, which is another key element of Quagsire's success, and at this point by blocking just once we can easily drop Dragonair to no HP. Now Quagsire coming into the game of their own, because this is another Quagsire in the meta of Great League, and we're having access to that Blast Burn. They decide to block. This is absolutely awesome for us, because not only they think they are safe from our Blast Burns, but also we can have access to Dracometer to destroy down that final Vigoroth that emerges into the battle. They have no clue what to expect. Down they go with the one shot. Are you kidding me? Crazy damage output. So the battle is definitely not over yet. Now with Typhlosion getting to the move and a little bit of lag, we still manage to get the victory with the resisted Shadow Blast Burn because of how much damage we can do with this Pokemon. I'm telling you, Typhlosion is one of my favorite ones so far this season. So now with Quagsire able to get a pretty bad lead against this Dragonite, I decide decide to go for the bait for my first charge attack. I'm pretty sure they're gonna block because no Dragonite is joking around, and right here they also catch the move on Grident. This is a devastating one for me, and now I'm just gonna switch out to Typhlosion. That Dragonite that switched out also has some energy stored up, which can be kind of a very bad scenario for me, and before we farm down they also get to another charge attack, which is kinda of a big bummer for us. Anyways, now this Grident is out of the way, Lantern comes in, and this is even worse than I have already imagined. So another Thunder Punch, double Thunder Punch for that Pokemon, but they can always survive those moves, and down we go in the process. I guess that my chance here is to come into the battle with Quagsire, make them drop the remaining energy they have so that I can easily farm down with Goodra and hopefully farm down completely that Dragonite. But this is not the case at all. This Dragonite already has the energy needed for the Dragon Claw, and down we go to that amazing Core Breaker for our team. Into the next battle now with the Ninetales on Shadow mode up in front. What I want to do here is to stay in and go for the bait like we did before. I am hoping they are gonna block, but this opponent doesn't. This is pretty smart if you ask me, and at this point I realize that I do not want to block in return, since most of the times you want to have 2 shields for your Typhlosion. This Pokemon with energy and shields can be devastating even when its moves are resisted. You can see here that we did so much damage to a water type and then switching out trying to catch on our Goodra. This is not gonna happen. Quagsire now has a ton of energy stored up, and Ferrothorn is gonna use its resisted moves to our Goodra. Hopefully here now this Draco Meteor will do so much damage and unexpected damage to that Ferrothorn, because it is a steel type Pokemon and a grass one, resisting pretty much whatever we throw, but Draco Meteor is a move that no one is expecting in this meta of Great League, and that's why I recommend it to you. So we're gonna bring this Ferrothorn extremely low, and what I want to do here is to rely completely on my 2 shields and Typhlosion on the very end game. So here comes now a move. I'm just gonna block whatever they throw. Double Aqua Tail, no biggie. Incinerate is still on point, and hopefully we can farm down Ferrothorn here before they reach to the charge attack, and that's gonna be another huge victory for us. Into the next battle with another Shadow Alola Ninetales. So this time they switch out to Lickitung, and this is the perfect opportunity for me to bring Goodra into the game. Once again, Draco Meteor is my main way to go here, so let's see how this is gonna be unfolded. I want to survive with minimal amount of HP, thinking that they can survive my Power Whip or the double Thunder Punch, and then my move is gonna go unshielded, and in the process we managed to go through the shields with the nuke, the surprise nuke, and the Draco Meteor. Goodra is no joke at all. Then we go to Ninetales, but this is not a real deal, because we can still have access to our Typhlosion, which can easily survive the charms and also farm down a ton of energy in the process. Feraligatr at the back, but we are already there to the double Thunder Punch. This means now that their shields are not safe, and most probably with one more Incinerate we can guarantee the knockout over that Feraligatr. So here comes out the Thunder Punch, down goes their final shield, and with it their hopes to winning, because another Thunder Punch, triple Thunder Punch for this Feraligatr. Down they go, switching out to Quagsire, and they top left this battle before we even go for a single charge attack. Into the next battle now, in the battle of the IQs, because yeah, IQ, UQ, and yeah, this is a Q battle, Quagsire against Quagsire. Yeah, bad pun once again. You are already committed to this video, do not leave my content. So back to the commentary here, and we're having quite the action. Aqua Tail versus Mud Bomb, and as it seems Mud Bomb might be actually better on the mirror, because we can survive those Aqua Tails, and kinda on the clutch with those IVs in combination we manage to destroy them down. This Sableye now can be kinda of a big deal if we are not careful, because Shadow Claw damage is really increasing over time, and we need to finish it off as soon as possible. So Thunder Punch now on the shield, and one more to surprise them with a knockout. So down goes both of them shields. Now Goodra can easily come into the game, and by blocking here we can somehow guarantee that Draco Meteor will land on the final Pokemon. However, they have a Steel type, so no Draco Meteor on this one, just a couple of Thunder Punches, and I guess that even though we are unshielded, they still cannot go for the Brave Bird because one Incinerate might actually destroy them down. So in the process, they hope they can farm down. This is not gonna happen, and double Thunder Punch will eventually take them out. So only Sableye returns, but this is not a real threat because they are energy dry, they have 1 HP, so yeah, we're gonna take the victory anyways. Annihilate is a bad lead for us, so we need to switch out, and on the switch we're meeting up with Lantern. You can see that Blast Burn is no joke, and that's why Typhlosion is a real threat to the entire Great League. Even the water types are not safe from your moves. Also, what I enjoy about Typhlosion is that most people will expect to be your strongest Pokemon while you still have access to Draco Meteor from your Goodra, which is also a pretty nice one to surprise your opponent with some unexpected damage. So Thunderbolt now and Surf can easily be tanked by our Dragon type Pokemon. Now I'm just gonna switch out to Quagsire, expecting that Annihilate to return, but my opponent first is gonna go for their final Pokemon. At that point I saw the Pokemon. Right now I do not even remember it, and I didn't even notice what came into the battle, so only time will tell. If you saw it, well, good for you. Anyways, now Mud Bomb is gonna go on that Annihilate. First on the shield and then on the knockout. Let's see what they might be having. Is that another electric type Pokemon? No, it is the Bastiodon, so that is great news for our Quagsire, and that is a fantastic battle once again for our team. Another battle of the Mud Boys, this time against Swampert, not the Mirror, and we're having access to those Mud Bombs, so we can drop them significantly low. I also know here that we can survive one Hydro Cannon with this, and that's why I let that move go through. Even if they went for that Earthquake, this would still be fine because this Swampert now is energy dry, and we can easily destroy it down with our Goodra. Nothing to be afraid of here, just a Hydro Cannon, down they go to our Dragon Breaths, and Skarmory joins the party. This is pretty solid for us because now we have access to that Thunder Punch for almost the double shot, but as it seems my opponent decides to stay in, and this is the perfect opportunity for me to come into the battle with my Shadow Typhlosion. Double Incinerate to destroy them down, and now we have a ton of energy for that poor Gligar. So they might have the shield advantage, but with energy we can still be on the higher ground, especially when Thunder Punch can charge up only with 2 Incinerates worth of unleashing. So here comes out the Thunder Punch, they're gonna take it, but still they are in a pickle because at this point they have been left with 2 or 3 HP, so yeah, Dragon Breath is just gonna seal the deal over that Gligar. That is gonna be all for today, trainers. Thank you for watching and for sticking around till the end with me. It really means a lot for my channel. Before you go, leave a huge like, subscribe to my content, and check any of these 2 videos that I have already prepared for you. Till the next time, take care, trainers.